Welcome to our world building project, Sky of Stars, by Fox Studios,
by FierrisT,
KailieA,
and Ashley or AJ. The world is set in a place where there is little to no natural sunlight, and everyone is an anthropomorphic animal. After discovering threatening letters the year her brother disappeared, Lucifer, an avian raven, leaves their home for the first time to find him, and gathers an unlikely group of a hybrid, a cat, and a fish. Meet the characters.
This is Lucifer, the main character. They are non-binary, and this is often looked down on as weird. They deeply care about their adopted older falcon brother, KailieA, and they recently found out that he was an astronaut, and then they left home by himself to find him, and their personality is curious and optimistic. As the story goes on, they develop into a compassionate leader, and they are unbiased towards speciesism.
This is my character Cinnamon. She is a rusted spotty cat, and her main goal is to get the main character through the dark black market. She tends to be silent, more money motivated, and takes a while to gain her loyalty.
This is Mori. He was named after the phrase Memento Mori. He's unemployed. He lives at the very base of the tower of the City of Stars. He is very difficult to convince people to trust. Well, he's not very trustworthy of most people. He also has a small companion named Snippy, who is a mechanical canine type animal thing.
And this is Yanfin. He's a goldfish. He puts on like a rich fake boy persona to fit in with his classmates, and this contributes to him defecting. He's also classist because his upbringing and propaganda, and his personality type is an INFJ.
Story. Act 1 starts with Lucifer after she decides to leave her home to go look for her brother who went to the City of Stars. There, she meets up with Cinnamon, the little cat, and through that, they decide to go through the black market to see if there's any leads, briefly meeting Young Finn and deciding to follow them, thinking they might have any information on their brother.
Act 2 begins when Lucifer and Cinnamon ascend from the black market underground to the very base of the tower, meeting Mori on their way to look for KailieA. They proceed to get attacked by a gang while wandering around. Lucifer ends up getting captured by said gang. After Lucifer gets captured, Cinnamon and Mori attempt and successfully rescue Lucifer from their captors. After that, the group gets chased whilst being pursued by the gang until they reach the elevator bridging the base of the tower to the first official layer of the tower. They all escape, slightly injured, but for the most part fine. Act 3 begins as the group gets to the first official layer of the City of Stars. They take a train to the heart of the city. They proceed to run into the same gang as earlier and get chased throughout the layer through its many winding bridges and buildings. They end up actually running into KailieA, who helps them escape the gang. However, near the end of this act, KailieA gets kidnapped, and the group will need to go to the top of the tower, crossing the event horizon in order to get there.
For the last act, the group escapes through this weird fountain after Yanfin is recognized in this party where they go to. Then they find a map in this fountain, and then they search for KailieA in the Sun Towers. They interrogate the guards when they get there, and they find out that KailieA is trapped at the top. After that, they beat the guards up, and then they use disguises to sneak in, but then they screw up massively, and then the sun flickers and then shuts off. The end.
Cutscene.
Now for the reflection. I think this is one of the longest group things that I've ever done, and it proves like challenging in unique ways.
I found the writing part really fun, and overall, I do think this was in fact like one of the longest group projects I also have ever done.
I also agree with these other two about this being one of the longest projects that I've ever done. I found it generally fun. It had its ups and downs, but overall it turned out to be a very fun project where I could work with a group and get a very cool idea out. And yeah, we got to do some pretty cool stuff.
Alright,
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.